Hello students, let's start the next part of the lesson number 1, standard 11. When I went to the university, I was given a room of my own. The common link of friendship was snapped. My grandmother accepted her seclusion with resignation. She rarely left her spinning wheel to talk to anyone. From sunrise to sunset, she sat by her wheel spinning and recite prayers. Here it is informed to us that the author went up to university. It means the author started the college. The author got a personal room, and the friendship between grandmother and grandson was snapped. My grandmother accepted the seclusion with resignation. It means she submitted her loneliness. She decided, now I am alone. She had a one spinning wheel, and she never left it. From sunrise to sunset, sat by her wheel spinning, and she continuously recited the prayer. Only in the afternoon she relaxed for a while to feed the sparrow. While she sat in the veranda breaking the bread into the little bits, hundreds of little birds collected round her creating a veritable bedlam of chirpings. Here it is a mentions that when she left the spinning wheel and when she stopped the prayer, while at a time of the afternoon, here it is a mention only at the afternoon she relaxed herself and she fed the sparrow, and she fed the sparrow in the veranda, it means in the gallery, and she breaked a bread into tiny pieces. Hundreds of the birds collected and they feed it. Here it is a word, there is a mention about veritable bedlam of chirpings. It means about the too much noise of the birds. Some came and pitched on my legs, another on my shoulders. Some even sat on her head. She smiled but never shoo them away. It used to be happiest half hour of the day of her. So she spent half hour at afternoon, and that time she fed a bread, a tiny pieces she cut into a tiny pieces, and she fed a numbers of the birds in the gallery. So here it is a mention about it was her happiest half hour for her. And next here it is a mention these birds they pitch on her leg, another on her shoulders, even some sat on her head, and she always smiled but never shoo them away. It means उनको उड़ाती नहीं थी. She never shooed them away. She cared to them. Next paragraph. When I decided to go abroad for further studies, I was sure my grandmother would be upset. I would be away for 5 years, and at her age, one could never tell. But my grandmother could. She was not even a sentimental. So here it is a mention about now the friendship between the two of them now going into the separation, while the grandson for the further study he decided to go abroad. So that time everyone, it means grandmother and the grandson, they both felt themselves very upset. And for the abroad, the grandson, it means the author, would be going for 5 years. That time for the depart, while the grandson is going to depart, no one, especially here it is a mention about that such a old person, They are unable to speak. They are unable to come, to depart. But here it is a mention about, but she never sentimental. It means she controlled her feeling. She came to leave me at railway station, but did not talk or some or show any emotion. Her lips moved in prayer. Her mind was lost in prayer. Her fingers were busy telling the beads of her rosary. So here it is a mention about she had such a potential to control the emotion. She patiented herself. She came to leave her grandson at the railway station. She controlled the emotion, not show any emotion. She never cried, lips continuously in a prayer, mind lost in a prayer, her finger, which is a busy telling the beads of the rosary. Silently, she kissed on my forehead, and when I left, I cherished the moist imprint as perhaps the last sign of physical contact between us. So when the grandson departed, the grandmother kissed on grandson's forehead, and I felt myself very cherished. It means happy because maybe after a 5 years, if I'll come, so maybe she would be not more. So it may be the last physical contact between us. So here it is a mention about that imprint. Imprint it means about the mark on the forehead. So it shows about the last physical contact between two of them. It is a thinking of the our author. Next paragraph. But that was not so. After 5 years I came back home and was met by her at the station. She did not look a day older. She still had no time for words. And while she clasped me in her arm, I could hear her reciting her prayers. So here it is a mention about that after completing his 5 years close, completing his 5 years course, the author came back home. That time, while the author arrived, uh, the people, among the people, his grandmother also came at the railway station for welcome her grandson. And that time, the author noticed that she did not change at all. She remained when he left her. She did not look any older. Till now, she had not any time for words. She continuously recited the prayer, moving the beads of the rosary. When the author departed, she never spoke, and while the author arrived, that time she not spoke to her, spoke to him. Here it is a mention, even she clasped me in her arm, I could hear the reciting prayer. When the grandmother hugged the author heard the reciting prayers. Even on the first day of my arrival, her happiest moment were with her sparrow, whom she fed longer with the frivolous rebooks. So here it is a mention about that on the first day of my arrival, the happiest moment were with her sparrow, whom she fed longer with the frivolous rebukes. Here it is mentioned about the light fight, because the love and the affection transformed towards a grandson. So there is a little bit the emotions changed between the birds and the grandson. So here it is a mentions about that the birds also understand that something changed in the behavior of the grandmother, and that is why here it is a mentions about that the Fabulous rebukes. It means there is a rebuke, a fight happen between the grandmother and son, grandmother and bird. Okay, students, further explanation I'll do later. Thank you.